Good morning, good evening, hello guys. It is Iron and Astri here with Matt again.
Hey.
For our second episode of the podcast Bros, where we just talk random topics that we've gotten throughout the week, and it gets uploaded every Tuesday. So, yeah. Start off with, I just wanted to talk about the video that came out. For those of you that didn't see my tweet, I didn't get it ready Thursday because I was busy. I edited it Friday night and started uploading it, but the power dropped out early Saturday morning. So
Is it
it didn't come
me
out.
or did I hear you say edited?
No, I probably did.
I swear it sounded like edited because I was gonna say that's a new word.
Edited it. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as you saw in terms of my channel 4 days ago, I uploaded the first video in like a month with the Gary's Mod Triple T Pac-Man edition, the funny moments with, of course,
Yes.
myself and Astri and 3 other players of the Gary's Mod.
Yeah, I'm still upset that I lost my footage for that game because I had a lot of good moments.
Yeah, but I managed to obviously record it, and I've got the video up if you want to go check that out. I'm sure you can do something after racing as
Yeah, I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so
We'll just have to play some more TTT so I can get a video out.
yes, I might need to contact some people to do that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's gonna start on a topic? Would that be you, or would you like me to keep my mouth?
Well, you can run your mouth for a while, but I'll start with the first topic.
Alright.
So this is a bit of early news or late news, whatever you want to call it. It happened earlier last week to when this video is being uploaded. But the Pokemon games, Pokemon Sun and Moon, have finally had their starters announced and their legendary Pokemon announced for the main 2 Pokemon. And the starters look alright. Other than the water Pokemon. It's the first water Pokemon I've never actually wanted to go near. Oshawott was kinda like that in the 5th gen. But, I mean, it's a freaking seal. For God's sake. They've got an owl for the grass type, which is a grass flying type, which actually looks pretty cool. I'm probably, I'm gonna get both games, so I'm probably gonna choose that for one of them. The fire type is a freaking cat, so that's freaking awesome. I hope that's going to evolve into like a major lion for its 3rd version. That would be really
what
cool.
really sucks is I'm not referring to Pokemon. This is like a lot of me and a couple of the GWM members. We played we were playing some hide and seek. Was it yesterday? Or was it the day before? No, the day before. Wait, no, not the day before. Wow, yesterday, and it was in was that Pokemon Town?
Pallet Town?
Was that?
Pallet Town?
No, what was it? It was from like one of the very early Pokemon games. Like I think it was Red or Blue. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's probably Pallet Town.
Yeah, whatever. But anyways, yeah, it sucks I couldn't record that because if I didn't tell you, like the left speaker in my headset is for some reason just decided to stop working, which is a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that means I can't, I would do recordings with the headphones, but, like, I'd have to be really quiet for it to be, like, decent quality.
Yeah. My my headset got broken. I went to the local LAN center for a League of Legends tournament, which is called the Gaming Spot, and I took it out of my bag to play the last game of the night, and the right head... Like, mine does the same thing where sometimes the right headphone doesn't play sound.
Yeah.
Unless, like, the jack's in the right spot in the computer. But the left headphone, it's, like, the plastic full-on snapped. So, like, I've taped it up, but it still hangs off my ear. Like... The headset's lasted me for 3 years, so it's a good headset.
This one, like,
I'm gonna get another
the one I had only lasted a couple of months, which is what pisses me off.
Yeah. But, like, I'm probably gonna get another one, but for now, I have to deal with like it not sitting on my ear properly because of the fact that I can't afford to buy another one right now. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'll fix it as much as I can so I can still use it.
It's a pain, yeah. Okay, so let's see. For the wrestling news this week, there's actually been quite a lot, including the arresting of WWE superstar Adam Rose, as we all know, is currently part of the Job Squad 2.0. Sorry, social outcasts. uh, you see where I got the joke from, but
Yeah.
anyways, I think I don't know when this happened. I think this was sometime. Was it like sometime? I believe it was this week.
Yeah, it was early this week.
Yeah. So he was he was arrested for, was it domestic abuse?
I don't know if it was abuse, but it was like a domestic dispute.
Yeah, but he's obviously been released from custody on a bond of $1,000, and what's unfortunate is like I don't know what this is gonna do for his WWE career, because I mean, when you think of it now, it's just gonna be what's this gonna do? Does this mean he's gonna be another one cut off the chain of the? 'Cause I mean, obviously, as you or as I pointed out last week, like so many, well, not so many, but quite a few superstars got released from their contracts.
Yeah.
So
Well, they work on like the 3 strikes you're out rule. He's had 1 strike before for breaking the wellness policy.
yeah.
He had a second one, but because he had a doctor's note, it got cleared.
So he's currently on
this-
strike 2.
Yeah, if he gets charged. If he doesn't get charged, he has to go back later on to see if he gets charged. But if he doesn't get charged, it won't, from what I've heard. But if he does get charged, it'll be strike 2.
Yeah, I'm not like, because it says here that they've suspended him indefinitely. So if it's the second time, then that's 60 days, and so he'll probably be back. Because I mean, they would have like released him already, because this was like 3 days ago, so would have done it then. So obviously he's just been suspended indefinitely, so that means he probably won't be back for about another 2 months, which I'm guessing is going to stall the screen time for the social outcasts, because we haven't seen him on the Raw or SmackDown in a couple of weeks. I wouldn't have a clue about Superstars or Main Event, because I don't watch that shit,
Yeah,
because
I
it's
don't watch
utterly
them.
useless now.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen them, but then again, I haven't been watching it lately. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah,
I will eventually.
Yeah, but I know, like, I'm not going to like go on a huge rant about this, but I am indeed going to acknowledge the edits, the audio edits that the pricks behind the scenes in freaking WWE have been pretty much making Roman Reigns strong as usual. But what's like the thing about this as well is the fact that like they're really screwing with AJ Styles' career, and you can also say Gallows and Anderson, because they're basically like editing the audio of the crowd, and not to mention some of the signs, as we saw for what happened at Payback. But like now they're like editing it to make them the heels, when clearly they're not heels to the universe, and obviously they're how do we say it? They're like putting audio over Roman Reigns as he's cheering, and I'm guessing the Usos as well, because I'm sure they've been copping a lot of boos.
Yeah.
It's
it's like the reason I don't want to go into a big tangent, but the reason people hate Roman Reigns is because he's being pushed to all hell when we don't want it. Like, we wanted it 2 years ago, just after the Shield split, when we wanted all 3 of them to do well. But then we saw that they're like, no, Roman's not ready yet. So we're like, okay, fine. But then when they think Roman's ready, when he's still not ready, and they're pushing him to all hell, it's like, here, have a title. Oh, we're taking it off you. Here, have another title. It's like, no, we don't want to see him.
I mean, like, in the past 5 months, he's won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship 3 times. He won it off Dean Ambrose. Well, not off Dean Ambrose, but he beat Dean Ambrose, and he lost it in 5 minutes. He then beat Sheamus about a month afterwards, and then he lost it to Triple H in the Royal Rumble, which is still something I really disagree with. I don't care if Ambrose should have won, as obvious. And then, of course, he won it at WrestleMania, which everybody knew that was going to happen. And then, I'm pretty sure it wasn't at WrestleMania where the editing started.
Yes, that you could I watched a Botchamania where they showed the whole match and showed every single edit, and they edited every single boo from the match if it was booing Roman Reigns.
That's just of course I kind of went on a Twitter rant, and because I really want I know it's not only just Kevin Dunn, even though I really want him fired, but it's just not right because they're screwing with live TV because it's supposed to be live TV. You're not supposed to be tampering with it because otherwise it's not right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so off the wrestling topic, because
but before we leave it, there's just one quick thing I want to see. I've read somewhere that apparently Triple H has just signed a 3-year wrestling contract. Yep. What are your thoughts on that?
That's exactly right. Well, I don't mind it because I'm pretty sure Triple H is still in his prime, but I honestly think that he was a better competitor in the 2000s. Like the 2010s, he's a part-timer. Well, yeah, he's pretty much a part-timer. I mean, if you look last year, he only wrestled in one match. I'm pretty sure he's been in a few more, but not to mention 2014, he was in a few. 2013 was in a couple as well. 2012, it was only in probably 3. I really think that this year, and not to mention there's 2011 as well, but this year he's made quite a lot of appearances, in the wrestling ring. We saw him at Royal Rumble, we saw him at Roadblock, saw him at WrestleMania, and
he's wrestled a couple of house shows as well.
He wrestled Dolph Ziggler, we know that.
Yeah, but there was a tag team match on a house show. I forgot who it was with, but Triple H was part of that match as well.
Yeah,
which was quite interesting.
I think it might have been with I don't know, but and also another thing about the wrestling is I think because there's a live show coming in Hawaii, and the build up, or not the build up, but the matches that have been announced are absolutely they're off the bonkers. Because I think I may have heard that a Cena versus Nakamura match. I think.
Yeah, that has been announced.
So that'll be pretty cool, but I think it's not going to be a special event. Like a network exclusive. I don't think that's going to be happening, which kind of sucks because I think everyone would love to see Cena versus Nakamura, even though it's kind of obvious who's going to win. And, wink, wink to Mr. Super Cena over there with the Superman cape.
Yeah. Did you hear what they called it?
What did they call it?
Bash at the Beach.
Really?
Yes. They literally used WCW's name for a show they had, and that's what they're gonna call it.
What a shame. But anyways, let's get off the topic of the wrestling.
Yeah, let's
get out of that.
We promised each other we weren't going to go into a wrestling tangent, and we did anyway.
Yeah, but
we promised, guys. This isn't a complete wrestling podcast at all.
Yeah, no. Okay, so for movie-wise, Alice Through the Looking Glass, I believe, premiered in London. It is currently sitting on a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not good. But it's only been London, I believe. I think that's pretty much all where it's been. Hang on a minute, North America. Yeah. Oh no, I think it's North.
Is that Rotten Tomatoes the critic score or the fan score?
It's critic score, I believe.
Yeah, see, because it'll probably be the same thing that happened with Superman vs. Batman. The critics get to see it first, and because they're not fans of Alice in Wonderland and all of that, they don't understand the movie, so they score it low.
Yeah.
But us fans will go see it and we'll score it really high because we know we know like what it's about
Of,
and we understand it.
of course. Okay, so also Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising has come out, and well, I think it's come out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has. And also the Angry Birds movie, but I'll look at that in a second. 66% for Neighbors 2, which is pretty good. It's a lot more above it, like it's not bad or good. It's not in the middle, I mean. It's a bit up high, so it's reasonable. And for the Angry Birds movie, from if I remember, got I think 50, oh no, 62, 62. That's good. That's good. Although, like in terms of the Angry Birds, like they're not exactly like the same as they are in the game, so I'll have to get used to that. But it shouldn't be that different. I mean, the trailers are funny, except the fact that they're using old songs in new movies. And speaking of new movies, a couple of days ago, I believe it was the Assassin's Creed trailer that came down on us, and it's got Michael Fassbender in it, who's going to be in the upcoming X-Men Apocalypse film, which I cannot wait for X-Men Apocalypse. I don't care whatever.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Like,
I've been waiting for an Apocalypse movie since X-Men Legends 2 Apocalypse came out, like probably 10 years ago, maybe earlier.
Yeah, looks like North America, because it was it's got currently 58%, but it's only based on a couple of reviews. Again, that's reasonable. So yeah, but I could really care less, because I mean, like, I love the prequel X-Men movies, because I mean, like, you had X-Men First Class, which is pretty good. Days of Future Past was pretty good as well, and of course, I'm sure Apocalypse won't be too bad, because I mean, the villain is Oscar Isaac, who is Poe Dameron from Star Wars. So it'll do well, I believe. I hope.
Well, yeah, the main reason they made that was to get rid of the third movie, which I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, but I actually liked Last Stand.
I don't mind it either.
Yeah, I'm notorious for liking movies that are like known to be bad, though. But yeah, they originally made that to delete that movie, but I'm actually liking it. Other than they've like First Class had a couple of universe like missteps, because they had Alex Summers in the first one as Havoc, but then they brought in Scott in the third one, which is meant to be his brother. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm interested to see how that's going to work out.
Yeah, no idea. No idea, really. So that's pretty much all I got for the movie-wise. So, like, because I usually like to talk about movies, because, you know, it's something different compared to everything else. I mean, Zootopia, with nearly $1 billion, is coming up close to that on the highest grossing films of 2016. It seems like Disney is dominating the box office when you look at it, because they got Jungle Book and Civil War for third and fourth highest grossing films respectively. So they're reaching, both of them reaching 800 million each. Yeah, you still got Dawn of Justice for number 2 at 870 million, and of course all these other movies which I can't be bothered to name, you know. So it'll be good. So for YouTube, let's go to YouTube. They're recently, the Screen Junkies releasing an honest trailer of Deadpool. Oh, that was funny as hell, because I mean, I did watch it, and they actually got Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool on that video. So that they must have done something. I don't know, sucked his dick, something. I have got no idea.
Well, Ryan Reynolds just likes playing Deadpool.
I don't blame him.
So he probably... Well, I mean, he was basically made for the role.
Yeah, I mean, at least it kind of gets rid of the, the Green Lantern shtick, sort of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've watched so many videos of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I mean, he... In the movie Blade Trinity... someone told him, hey, your character in this reminds me of Deadpool. He didn't know who Deadpool was, and he opened up like one of the Deadpool comics that actually mentions Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh.
He's like, wow, I'm meant for this role.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And from there, he
Yeah.
aim to get the Deadpool movie.
Yeah, so for more YouTube, we've got CinemaSins releasing yet another tip-top video, which was everything wrong with cars in 60 minutes or less, which is, well, it's CinemaSins, so every video is going to be funny. So,
Yeah.
what else? Yeah, the Assassin's Creed, obviously, the trailer popped down a couple of days ago, and a lot of people would really like, because, I mean, some people do like the trailer, but, I've seen some of Assassin's Creed, and, like, it doesn't look like the, was it the start of the trailer, I think, doesn't look like Assassin's Creed to me, but, like, when I think he, like, goes back in time or something, I got no idea, and that's when it looks like Assassin's Creed, but I think, because I believe the song that is played in the trailer is one of Kanye West's songs, and, of course, everyone doesn't like Kanye West, which is pretty obvious.
Well, the way you just described that, I haven't seen the trailer, but it sounds like what they do in the game, because I'm not sure if you've played the games. I've played the first 3, I think.
I've played some of, what was it, Syndicate? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That was
Syndicates. Fun. Yeah, I've played 1, 2, and Brotherhood. And what happens is you, in those games, you play Desmond Miles, and he hops in a machine called the Animus, and it simulates going back into history, and all the assassins you play are his ancestors.
I'm pretty sure that's the plot. That pretty much sounds like it, but like I said,
so that's probably what's happening is when he gets in the machine and goes back in time.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Yeah, the back in time aspect, like, I mean, that's good, but the Kanye West music just doesn't fit with it. I mean, because, like, if you look at some of the comments, like, it's, you know, it's good, but, like, just, yeah, because everyone really does not like Kanye West, like, having his music in this movie, and plus, like I said, it doesn't fit with was it the 16th century, they said?
Probably, yeah.
Pretty sure it's the 16th century, I can't remember, or was it 13th? Whatever. Anyways, not too much has really happened on Twitter. I mean, I think a couple of more people's accounts have been hacked. I don't know why that keeps happening. It just seems to be I don't even know, like, because everyone just hates everyone just hates each other. Everyone just goes around hacking each other, and just a whole bunch of it's silly. It's just silly how people just hack others. I don't know why. Now, for the status report, well, not a status report, but for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I'm going to bring that up yet again, because now that that has gotten over 2 million dislikes.
Wow.
I'm not even sure. I think it's coming up to close to the most disliked video of all time, and if I remember, I think that's one of Justin Bieber's songs, like, which is no surprise, has gotten that distinction of the most dislikes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a look here. Well, obviously, like, just think of this, because Gangnam Style has over 10 million likes. It has 1.5 million dislikes, so it's more disliked than Gangnam Style. I'm not saying that Gangnam Style is bad. Like, I enjoyed it. It's fine, but, like, just that is crazy. Like, to get that many dislikes, especially on a gaming video, that is just they're not good.
Well, part of the reason for that is the game creators aren't listening to their fans.
No, they're not.
We've been saying since Advanced Warfare came out, bring normal COD back. So, like, Ghost was bad. That was because it was bad because of, like, gameplay.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But Advanced Warfare was bad because it added jetpacks into it, and we said, okay, guys, we don't want jetpacks. We want to go back to on the ground, running and gunning. That's how.
And obviously, that's how Battlefield 1 has pretty much capitalized on that. And when you
that's what I said last week. Like, EA has been listening to the Call of Duty fans and is bringing what they want. It's a good move on their part, because we said we don't want jetpacks after Advanced Warfare came out. they're bringing out Black Ops 3, which has I won't say jetpacks because it was like less movement, but they still had like running and jumping and
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, if like, here's one thing, I would probably eat a hot chili if that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer would be able to go over 6 million, it's like 6.1 million dislikes, which is what Justin Bieber's song has. Like I said, no surprise. So, like,
all right, guys, let's make it happen.
What? Shut up! I didn't mean it. Jesus. Like, but if that.
But yeah, like, back on like that track, like after Black Ops 3, we said, okay, we definitely don't want jetpacks in the next one. What do? They put the game in space.
Yeah, that was a bad move.
That's why it's getting so much dislike, is because we went from having a jetpack game, we said, okay, we don't want jetpacks. They dumbed it down a bit in Black Ops 3 and like, okay, but we're still running on walls, it's all futuristic, we don't want that. We want to go back to, I mean, modern combat was fine with Modern Warfare because it was like, oh yeah, we're fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq and all those wars that are happening right now, so it's relatable. But the futuristic stuff just isn't. And now that they're adding it in space, I'm not even going to touch it. Like, I wanted to touch Black Ops 3, I've played it, I'm not even going anywhere near Infinite Warfare.
I can enjoy Black Ops 3. Probably the main reason would have to be for the zombies, because that doesn't have your you jumping around and all that shit, because obviously it's way before when they like had everyone jumping around like crazy, shooting each other and yada yada yada. But yes, very, very interesting. But maybe I would take up that bet if it does surpass Justin Bieber's freaking dislike ratio. But
alright, we're getting a ghost chili, guys, if we hit 6 million dislikes on the Call of Duty video.
Well,
I'll do one as well. Let's do it.
Yep. Because, I mean, by the looks of that, I think... I don't know if that's maybe the second most disliked video of all time. So, I might take a look at... I might have a look at that while I'm here. But, was there any other topics that you were to discuss?
Yes. So, for those of you that know esports, you know that Riot is very strict with their competitive teams for League of Legends. And they have specific terms, and if you break them, you're going to cop a big fine. And in this case, 3 teams violated the terms of condition for playing in the LCS for North America, which is their like big championship series, their weekly tournament.
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt, but okay, I was right. Infinite Warfare is the second most disliked. It is the second most disliked video of all time, just above Friday by Rebecca Black. Okay, continue.
Okay, so yeah, 3 teams have violated the terms of condition. TDK, which I think is the... I forgot what that actually stands for. I should have written it down. But TDK, Renegades, and Team Impulse have all violated the terms of service for Riot for all different reasons. I didn't write down the exact reasons because that would have taken too long. But now all 3 of their spots are up for grabs. For any other team who has a League of Legends team, they can pay these 3 teams to have their spot in the championship series. So for the next split, which could be interesting, because a team that maybe didn't have a chance to make it into the Challenger Series and have their shot at making it, but are a good team, and they have the money, they could buy their way into LCS and possibly do well. But it also could be shit teams could turn around and say, hey, we've got the money, but we don't have good players, but we're going to pay to put our name out there. So next split is going to be quite interesting when those 3 teams have to sell their spots. Thoughts?
I see. Well, I don't know why, but I just got really curious to see like how many like uploaders have like the most videos that are disliked, and you want to try and take a guess?
PewDiePie.
No, of course not. You got Justin Bieber here with like seven most disliked videos out of like the top 30.
Yes, you didn't say that Vivo videos were there. Otherwise, I would have said Justin Bieber.
Oh, sorry, my bad. But yeah, like I said, like, freaking, I'm like, it's so crazy to think that the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer is the second most disliked video of all time. That is just, wow, that is intense.
Yeah, it's quite a interesting thing.
Oh yeah, and so let's see, game wise, I mean, what do we got? I mean, we had Pokemon. I think probably maybe talk a little bit about the new Ratchet and Clank game that came out, because I mean, I did look at some of the gameplay earlier today, and I mean, like, is it supposed to be a remake? Because I'm pretty sure it's a remake, right?
I don't know. I haven't heard much about
I'm
it.
pretty sure it's a remake, but I know the movie didn't do too well because that came out, and yeah, like I said, it didn't really do well, and I don't think it's probably gotten like a small amount of money in the box office. I think it's only got like maybe $6 million. So usually, like most games that go to film, obviously they always don't do well, as you already know.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever been a really good video game movie.
I know Super Mario Brothers really flunked.
We don't talk about that. The Resident Evil movies made no sense because they had nothing to do with the games other than the first one was in a mansion. But then it, like, had nothing to do with it from there.
Oh, yeah.
What other video game? Actually, no. I thought of a video game movie that was decent, in my mind at least. Dead or Alive.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of the Dead or Alive movie?
I've heard one for Peter Jackson. That's pretty much it.
I don't know. Yeah, well, it was still a bad movie, but speaking of like games that follow the actual game, it was really good because it had the same characters. I wouldn't say the same plot, but like they used the fact that it's a tournament called Dead or Alive, and it was a good movie. But then it turned kind of shit when the storyline was like, oh, my brother went missing. I'm coming to look for him. It's like, oh, this guy that's running this tournament's actually really evil.
Sounds like Tekken. Sounds like Tekken 4. Sort of, if you haven't played it, because I've played it. And it's alright.
4 is one of the ones I actually haven't played. I've played 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Wait, how did you play 1, 2, and 3?
Like, on the original PlayStation.
That was a stupid question. Because, I mean, they got, like, arcade versions on the PlayStation 2 and the Tekken 5 that I've pretty much played. Tag Tournament 4, 5, 6, Tag Tournament 2. I'd love to play 7, but I think it's only available in Japan and Europe, from what I...
Yeah, I don't think 7's not out in, like, America and Australia yet.
I call bullshit on that, because that was, like, released last year. Yeah. That's just, I'm sorry, but that's sad how they haven't been able to release it in other countries yet. That's just a total shame. Probably the only way that an Aussie or someone in like the US or Canada or anywhere would be able to get it is probably on eBay.
Yeah, and even then they'd have to get a console from that region to play it.
Exactly. I mean, like...
most Japanese games are region locked to Japan.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I'd have like a better chance finding bloody old Bionicles on bloody eBay than having to look up Tekken 7.
Bionicles were my shit, man.
And they're still my shit, which I don't like to talk about it too much, but you know, still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to cover before we sign off?
Well, I mean, if I didn't talk about that Smash Brothers tournament I was gonna be in, that unfortunately that got postponed to next week, so I'm grumpy about that. Hmm. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
gonna, I know I probably wasn't going to win, but you know, I would have at least, I don't know, talked about it, but nope. Instead, they replaced it with a flippin', what was it, Street Fighter, I can't even remember, but still. But yeah, that's pretty much all of it.
Yeah. I'll talk about the League of Legends one. My team has been playing for a few weeks in a League of Legends tournament.
Oh yeah.
We haven't been doing that well. I mean, we've won quite a few games, but we've also lost a shit ton. I think last time I checked, we were third on the ladder. There was 2 teams tied for first, then there was second, then there was us.
That's pretty
so
good.
we're fourth on the ladder, but third place. But we lost 3 games last week, so we've probably gone down the ladder a bit. I haven't checked, but yeah.
Yeah.
So since we have no more topics, thanks for watching, guys. This is our second video, so we're still getting the grips of it.
Yeah, yeah.
We try to get more topics and more variety of topics next week and every week after that. But I mean, this was kind of a slow week for news.
Hang on a second. I do have, like, I know this is also wrestling. I apologize, but like, apparently, because it seems like that sooner or later there's going to be the WWE Cruiserweight Classic. I'm sure a lot of people already know about that. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to
Yeah, because apparently the competitors in NXT, Rich Swann, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano, those two, the freaking Rick Rudes of the WWE, well, not the WWE, the wrestling industry, and then of course people like Zack Sabre Jr., don't really know him, Noam Dar, Ho Ho Lun, Akira Tozawa, I don't really know who they are, and I know who TJ Perkins is because he was formerly Suicide and Manic in TNA, so he's really, he's
okay,
like
cool.
pretty much like the only one I kind of know about, and Drew Gulak,
I've heard of I've heard of Zack Sabre. I've never seen a match, but I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Drew Gulak, he's most famous for CZW.
Of course. But yeah, that's pretty much all I needed to say.
Okay. Well, yeah, guys. We'll try to find more topics, but this week's been kind of slow. There wasn't much news to talk about.
Got that
so
right.
We just talked about whatever we could find, really. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday for another episode of the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.